Talk with author Drelette is a show that informs, inspires, and motivates. All shows are taped in front of a live virtual audience. Make sure to follow us so you can be notified when a new show is available on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Also follow us if you want to be a part of our live tapings. Grab your beverage and snacks, get comfortable so we can let's talk. Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in to Let's Talk. I am your host, author Drelette. This is the show where we inform, inspire, and motivate you during these tough times and beyond. So come on in and have a virtual seat so we can let's talk. You guys can view my shows live on Facebook and on YouTube. If you want to go back and watch all the shows almost 6 years ago, they're all stacked there for you on YouTube on the channel Let's Talk with author Drelette. So excited to have you watching tonight. You could be anywhere else, but you chose to be here with me tonight. And for that, I'm so excited. Thank you very much for your love and support. Let's talk about positive life-changing decisions. On this segment of Let's Talk, we're breaking down the essentials of building wealth, understanding money, and creating a secure financial future. Whether you're just starting your journey or leveling up, this segment is packed with gems presented by financial literacy coaches Julie Gomez and Elise Green. So excited to have them on. Also tonight, we have a special guest spotlight, author Danielle in DuBois-Matthews. She is not a stranger to the show, as you all know. She's an incredible author whose book is officially being made into a movie. You go, girl. Not only is she a talented writer, but she's also a recording artist with a story that will move you. Get ready for motivation, real talk, and the kind of inspiration that stays with you long after this episode ends. My guest will be on the virtual stage shortly, but first we're going to hear a quick word from our sponsors. And you guys know the drill. What I always do when we come out of our message from our sponsors is I give everybody a shout out on who is watching the show live. Make sure you give me a shout out and tell me where you're watching the show from so I can say hello to you. And if you're watching it in pre-recorded phase, that's fine too. I always go back and look at the comments. Okay. So with that, let's get into the message from our sponsors. And again, you guys don't be shy now. Say hello. All right. And with that, here we go.
She was a woman ahead of her time. My mother made a decision in 1974 that would echo through our family for nearly 50 years. She purchased a life insurance policy, quietly, intentionally, lovingly. She didn't know exactly when she'd leave this earth, but she knew that when she did, she didn't want her children drowning in grief and bills. My name is Elise Green, and I'm a financial literacy educator because of her. Over the next 2 weeks, I'm going to share her story and why it changed everything for our family. This one's for every mother, father, daughter, and son who wants to leave love, not burden, behind. Follow along. The story is for you.
Let. What you see here are all 5 books that I've written. These are amazing stories that illustrate real life situations and will uplift your spirits. You can purchase a paperback book for $15 and Kindles are $9.99. Go to my website, make a purchase. You won't be disappointed. You know, I have to always come on camera when that closing song is there because that's my that's the song that I actually produced. Woohoo! Anyways, I love that record. But you guys, please go out and support our sponsors. Entrepreneur is so very, very important to me, and I think it's amazing, especially during these hard times. With the economy off and all that good stuff. Just make sure do what you can to support our entrepreneurs out there. Okay. So let's get into who is checking in. I see quite a few of you on YouTube. Thank you for your love and support. My peeps here on Facebook Live. Let's just go ahead and say hello. Brittany Raynor. Hello, Brittany from California, here to support Elise and Julie. Hi, how are you? Welcome. Woo, woo, woo. And let's see who else we have here. Of course, one of the producers, hubby. He says he's watching from the man cave. Love you, babe. Thank you for your love and support. And who else we got? Oh, my girl, Wanda. That's my girl, Wanda. She always support. Love you, girl. Love you, love you, love you. Thank you for your love and support. Oh, my goodness. And my sister is watching from Oaktown. Hey, sis. Love you. Thank you for your love and support. They are so good to me, you guys. And for those of you that are scared to say hello, it's all good. Like I said, I see quite a few of you on YouTube. Thank you so very, very much for your love and support. Our ultimate goal is to get everything over to YouTube. Facebook is cool too, but YouTube has a little bit of more, we can do a little bit more over there. So our goal is to build up our audience over there at YouTube. Okay. All right. So tonight I'm so excited to welcome these young ladies to the show. One of them is not, she's been on the show several times, but she was telling me about her new endeavors, her new adventures, her new everything. And I was like, you know what? I want you to come on the show because so much is going on right now. So many people are hurting and people just need a way to prepare for tomorrow, right? To make things better. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and give an official, if you will, introduction. Okay. So this right here, ladies and gentlemen, first is Julie Gomez. Yes, she earned her GED, completed 2 years of college, and built a career as a county employee with the County of Los Angeles, reaching top pay. You go, girl. Seeking more than a 9 to 5, she launched her financial business in 2020 to help families avoid hardship. I love it. Today, as a wife, mother of 3 daughters, and grandmother to 2 grandsons, she has assisted many in securing income, building generational wealth, and retiring confidently. She shares financial literacy through her church and is developing community workshops. That's awesome, Julie. Next is Elise Green. Yes, she is no stranger to the show. Elise is an author, financial literary coach, licensed insurance professional, strategic personal development coach, and the founder of Dreamcast Consulting and Escapade Productions. She is a passionate advocate for human trafficking, awareness with gems uncovered, and a devoted champion for foster care youth aging out of the system. Elise shows up whenever she's called with one mission: to help people discover who they truly are and build a life of worthy of that vision. So you guys, without further ado, help me welcome to the virtual stage, Julie and Elise. Hey,
Hi, Judy. Thank you
how
so
are
much for
you?
having us.
Yes, thank you so much for coming on. I'm so excited that you're here. Elise was telling me all about financial literacy. So are you, Julie. And I was just like, wait a minute. I want you guys to come on and share this knowledge, because so much is going on and people need to prepare for tomorrow. So with that, I'm going to hand my mic to you and let you guys do what you do best. Audience, please make sure you put in your questions in the chat. on Facebook Live and on YouTube, and I will make sure we funnel them to the ladies. So I'm gonna turn it over to y'all.
Well, first of all, Dre, I want to say thank you so much for having us. Thank you for allowing both of us to come. Um, you also had me in the green room dancing like it was 1999, girl. I was skating. My head was skating. My body couldn't do it, but I was skating, so wonderful. I always love coming on your show and just sharing. And I'm glad that my business partner could come on and be with me this time because we both have a passion for financial literacy. So let's get started. So, good evening to everyone, the Let's Talk family. I have missed you and I love seeing you. Thank you for having us on and letting us bring some information to you tonight. Of course, my name is Elise Green and this is
Julie. Thank you so much, everyone, and thank you, Drew, for this time for giving us this opportunity to speak to your audience. I've seen some of your podcasts and they're amazing. So this is such a blessing to be on your podcast. We're here geeking out. Yes, my name is Julie, and we are financial literacy educators, with Excelsius Financial, part of World Financial Group, just here trying to provide some financial information to, your audience, Dream.
Oh, well, thank you.
so tonight is honestly just a conversation. Julie and I are going to have a conversation and we're going to invite you guys into this. So there's no pressure, there's no complication, no financial jargon. We just simply want to share information that most families were never taught. Most families were never taught.
Mhm.
Yes, exactly. Because the reality is most people work hard. We are hardworking families, right? And we work hard our entire lives. But honestly, nobody ever sits down with us to explain how money actually works.
And
Mhm.
that's not our fault. That's not your fault. Schools teach algebra, it teaches history, science, but not how to build wealth, reduce taxes, or prepare for retirement.
Yeah, so over the next few minutes, we're going to break down just, a few simple financial concepts that wealthy families have been using for generations, and how everyday families like you and I can begin using them as well.
And just to be clear, this is not about getting rich overnight. These are strategies and plans to move us forward.
Yes, absolutely. It's about making smarter decisions, protecting your family, and creating options for your future.
So let's get started with this, okay? Let's start with something simple. We like to describe America as two types of households: family A and family B.
Yes, so family A represents about 95% of households. These families may look like your families and like my families, right? We work hard, as I mentioned, we have a 9 to 5. We probably have some sort of retirement incentive in our job if you're so lucky to still have that, like a 401k, a 457, some type of, IRA. We keep money in a checking account and a savings account. More than likely, you have some debt. These families have some debt and they have some type of life insurance. However, these families don't often have a financial advisor guiding them, showing them how to keep more of that hard earned money.
And honestly, that sounds like a lot of people that may be listening right now.
Mhm.
Yeah, because that's how most of us were raised, right? We work hard, save some money, and hope that, everything works out, right?
Absolutely. So now here's a little something for us. We're going to do compare that family B to family A. And family B is the 5%.
Yes. So this family, these 5% of families in the US, they own businesses or multiple streams of income, right? They use tax strategies, right? They have not just a typical savings and checking account, but they use index accounts. They own assets, they have permanent insurance, and here is the key: they work with a financial professional, with an advisor that helps them shift their money where they get to keep it more,
Mm.
and use those tax strategies.
I'm going to
Wow.
put a pin in where we are right now and take a little sidebar because this reminded me of videos that I used to watch in the mid 20 teens. And Jamie Johnson is the great grandson of the Johnson and Johnson guy,
Oh yeah.
all the products and stuff. So
Mhm.
he's having trouble understanding why they have all this wealth and why can't they do more with it. And so, watching his videos, he's been going around recording the attorneys, his father, his grandfather, all these people who were like, Jamie, you got to stop. You got to stop. And so he took us to a planning session, which were financial planners for the 1 to 5%. And so Jamie tried to take in the cameras so that we could see what was going on. And the guy stopped him and goes, no, no, no. This is not for everyone.
Oh.
Mm,
Only for the 1 to 5%. Now, what Jamie did explain is that these 1 to 5% families have an obligation to create 2 to 3 generations of wealth in their lifetime.
Mm.
So they can play, but then they have to get back to business. They have to get back into the family business or create a business that's going to create 2 to 3 generations of wealth. However, like we said, they're getting professional help. They're knowing which financial strategies to use. And this is something that's not been talked about in our communities. And we're finally getting it. And so this is the great opportunity where we get to do that. So here's the important part.
yeah, so thank you for sharing that, Miss Elise. Because this isn't about being smart. It's not about intelligence,
It's
Mhm.
not
right?
luck.
No, and it's not even income most of the time.
It's
Wow.
information.
Mm.
Yes. So most people don't fail financially because they're lazy. They fail because nobody taught them how money actually moves.
Right.
Wow. Wow.
So let's talk about one of the simplest but most powerful concepts in finance: compound interest.
Yes.
Mm.
Oh my gosh. This little tool changed so much for me. This changed my perspective completely when I learned it.
There's something called the rule of 72.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's quite simple for, gals like myself who only know percentages based on the sales, like 50%, 25% off. This was such a simple concept for me to understand. So, what you do is you take the number 72 and you divide it by the interest rate. So, let's say you have, you put your money in a bank, right? Whatever that rate is, the answer will tell you how many years it takes for your money to double.
So
Mm.
if your savings account earns 1%,
Hmm. Your
Mm.
money doubles in 72 years.
Oh my God.
which basically means not in your lifetime.
Mm-mm. Wow.
No, I mean, I don't know about you ladies, but I don't want to wait 72 years. You know what? Just give me the money. I'll go shopping for my shoes and bags. I will call it a day because I don't know if I'm going to be here in 72 years. But let's say you have 6%, a 6% account. Now your money doubles every 12 years.
Oh, nice.
And at 10%, every 7.2 years.
Oh, love
Yes,
that.
that's what I
Oh,
want, right? And
yes.
this is why starting early matters so much.
A lot of people think wealth comes from putting away huge amounts of money.
But really, time matters more than the amount.
The biggest financial mistake people make is waiting. I've done it, waiting.
Yes, I've done it myself, right? Because, waiting, they think they need more money. waiting because life is too busy, or waiting because if you're in your 20s, retirement feels so far away. Like, I got time to plan for that, right?
And then suddenly you wake up at 50
Yes.
wondering where the time went.
Yep.
Yes, right. So another thing people aren't taught is that not all financial products or strategies work the same way.
There are generally three categories we educate families on. That's fixed, variable, and indexed.
Yeah, so the fixed products, they are, your stable savings account, very predictable, like the 1% account, right? If you go to a traditional bank, you don't even get a 1%, but let's say you're lucky with the 1%. Your money is really not going to grow at 1%, right? Especially with this economy, the
Mm.
inflation, cost of living, right? These accounts in the fixed category have lower risk, very low growth. They're for people who just want to stash their money somewhere, but they know it's really not going to go anywhere.
Mm.
Variable products are tied directly to the market.
Yeah, so what these accounts are, it's they have a higher potential growth, but they also have a higher risk, right,
Oh.
of losing because they're in the stock market.
And if the markets drop, your account can drop too.
Oh.
Yes.
That's
I
scary.
don't want that.
Mm-mm.
Yes,
Mm-mm.
especially, if that's what you're planning for retirement. You need to make sure you have at least 10 years to be able to make up that big loss.
Ooh.
So the last one is index strategies. Now, these are interesting because they allow people to participate in the market growth while also having downside protection.
Mm.
I like these.
Yes.
Yes, meaning when the market goes up, goes down, get it right, Green. When the market goes down, you don't lose because the market loses. That's what happened to
Mm.
us in 2008. Oh, don't get me had flashbacks.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, in 2008, I lost a lot.
Oh,
So now that I learned about all this, now I'm at a better place, right? And this is where personalized planning matters because one strategy is not right for everyone. Right. That's why it's so hard to say, well, this strategy will work for you, Dree, and it'll work for our audience. Well, not necessarily. Right. We need to make sure that it's going to meet their personal goals.
right.
Mm.
A 25-year-old single person has different goals than a couple nearing retirement.
Yeah, exactly. So financial planning should fit your lifestyle, not force your lifestyle into a generic plan.
And that's kind of what they've been were teaching us. Definitely go to work, here's a 401k, here's a this plan, here's a that plan, sign it and just leave it. And then in
Right.
2008 they have the audacity to just say don't open those statements, just let
Mhm.
it ride.
Right. Oh my God.
So okay, come back, Green, come back. Now let's talk about something people really don't think about enough: taxes.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Ooh.
and I get it, right? Especially if you're like Miss Elise and I, we're in California. We pay
Oh, yeah.
taxes for our sunshine. That's why we pay such high taxes. We
Ooh.
pay for the weather we have, and it's beautiful, but we don't want to talk about Bruno slash taxes, right? Most people focus on how much money they're saving, but not how much money they'll actually keep.
Mm.
There are generally three tax buckets: taxable, tax deferred, and tax advantage. And this is the stuff that I didn't get, and I'm still fuming because I could have done something different.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
I get it, and I'm glad I found out this information 10 years ago when I did, because now I could apply it. I help my kids who I have young adult kids and, help the community get the information that no one comes out to tell us. So, taxable accounts, these are like your regular savings account, your W 2s, right? Taxable. Nothing we could do, right? They dip their little fingers in our paycheck before it even gets to our direct deposit account, right?
I
We're
don't
Mhm.
even
paying
know who
taxes
Funko is.
regularly. Yeah,
Right. Who is that?
that dude that hangs out with my Uncle Sam that I don't like.
Right. Oh my goodness. So tax deferred accounts, like a traditional 401k, which still have me triggered, they delay taxes until retirement. Until
Mm.
retirement.
Yes, I'm glad you pointed that out, Miss Elise, because it sounds all great, right? You're putting money pre taxes, that's all good until you realize you may retire into a higher tax rate.
Mm.
Mm.
And that's the question we ask people all the time. Do you believe taxes will be higher or lower in the future?
Whew,
Yeah.
higher.
And most people will say higher,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
So if taxes rise, your retirement withdrawals could be heavily taxed later.
Mm.
Yeah. And that's why diversification matters, not just in investments, but in tax strategies as well.
So this is probably one of my favorite parts because it gives people a roadmap. You know, I'm all about the plan and the strategy. So this gives people a roadmap.
Yes. So most people feel overwhelmed financially, right? They're, making ends meet. They do, their bills. They, put some off. They don't want to continue to look at their finances. Why? Because a lot of times they're doing living paycheck to paycheck, right? They don't know what step comes first.
So if you have your pens and paper out, here's the framework that we kind of walk people through. You guys ready? I know you are. You're my smart family out there. Here's the framework we walk you through.
So we go through, 6 steps, which cover cash flow. How do you feel about your current cash flow? Do you feel okay? Do you want to increase that? We take a look at what you have coming into your financial home, and you may be doing okay and just need help moving things around. So that's what we're here for. We're gonna look at that, right? We
Mhm.
also look at emergency funds,
Right.
right, Miss Elise?
Absolutely. The emergency funds is very important. Most of us don't even put it away. We are one emergency away from detriment. That
Yes.
Yes,
is not something
that's
that
so
really
true.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then you have debt, right? We want to know, do you currently control debt or do you feel that debt is controlling you? Right? A
Oh,
lot of families nowadays feel that way. So we help reduce that debt, through our different, sometimes through our partners that we have, partnerships with, or sometimes just by, working with them, and paying things down. Right. So we share with them different resources that they can use, with their laptop to pay those things down.
we have lots of as Julie said, partnerships that um, blew my mind when I first got into the industry, and it's not as difficult as one would think. It's just again having that person walk you through and knowing that those are there. So these partnerships are great for single moms, for young couples, for people nearing retirement, business owners, and they help us think through our taxes, think through where our money's going to go, and so forth. So I know Julie knows more about these. That's why I stick right up under her because I'm glad that I'm learning with her.
Yes, absolutely. So, we work with, like Miss Elise mentioned, a lot of families, right? Young couples, single moms, married, people nearing retirement, business owners, right? Because a lot of times people may look successful, but you'd
Mm.
be surprised. Sometimes the people that look the most successful are the ones who are struggling the most,
Oh.
because still at their success level, they don't have someone showing them how to keep that money, right? What is it that we do once we start getting that promotion, once we get a
Mhm.
job that pays us more? No one taught us to save, right? We see a bigger paycheck and we get a nicer car. Right,
Mhm,
we get a
mhm.
whole new wardrobe. We get those heels that we've been eyeing, right? Because I need to treat myself, but we don't think about ourselves in the future. where, hey, you know what? I have a few hundred more dollars at the end of the month from this promotion. Let me put it away and
Right.
continue my current lifestyle, not increase the expenses. Right. And honestly, anyone, um, that is living that way, is tired of feeling uncertain about their money.
Absolutely. So, as Julia said, most people simply never have had the sit down and explain this stuff, explained to them, and these concepts made clear to them. And this is what we want to do for you.
Yeah. So this is why we are offering a complimentary financial needs analysis for those of you tuning into Dree's, podcast.
Yay.
No pressure, just education and clarity. That's it.
Awesome.
Absolutely. And we help people identify where they financially want to go.
Yeah, and where they want to be at in a year, 2, 3 years. What do you want your retirement to look like? If you're in your 20s, guess what? You don't have to wait till you're 67. You
Yeah.
could change that and retire at age 40 or age 50, because you're young. You have the time, make your money grow as you grow in life.
I love that.
Absolutely. So we don't have to be a Johnson and Johnson family to have that special financial education that only the 1 to 5% can get into. We have it available for everyone. So, as Julie said, we're offering a complimentary financial needs assessment or analysis, and we're offering you a freebie, a top 10 ways to improve your financial literacy. I don't like to leave you with empty hands. So click the links that Dree will talk to you about, and we will get these in your hands. And I'm really passionate about this. As you saw my commercial, when my mom passed in 2021, we did not have to struggle for anything because this woman had planned it all out from 1974.
Wow.
And when I looked at all the financial stuff, I mean, not only that, we have burial plots, the house is paid for, it's in a trust, all of these tools that this woman wasn't supposed to know about, but she did it.
Mm.
And so this is my passion. Help 100 families this year. Let us help you get situated. Let us help you review what you got so that you can make the decisions with a clear mindset. And if you're good, absolutely refer somebody to us so we can help them. We want to help. Okay, no pressure. Woo, coming back.
I love that. Oh my gosh. I love it. Oh, wow. Well, thank you, ladies. That's awesome. Please tell them how they can get a hold of you. Your information is scrolling at the bottom. Sometimes people are cleaning the house and they're listening, not looking. So, at least tell them how they can get a hold of you, please.
Yes, if you go to bit.ly, that's bit, period, ly, backslash, Jesus, I cannot see, show me more session. There's a hyphen in between each one of those words. So show hyphen me hyphen more hyphen session, no S on the end. That can get you on my calendar. We can get your complimentary financial needs analysis set up. We have probably another gift because our heart's all about giving. And you can also email me at missfineedcoach@gmail.com.
Awesome. Miss Fine Ed Coach.
Well, it's actually thin ed, but it looks fine, and I'll accept it.
Yes, you look fine, Miss Elise.
Yes.
Julie, how can we reach you?
Yes.
You can reach me through Instagram at Julie the Financier, JuliTheFinancier, or you can also email me at jul79wfg@gmail.com.
I love it. I love it. Oh my goodness. Let me check and take a look and see if there are any questions. People are saying, balance, make sure you've got your investments lined up. Sarah said, thank you for the information. And Wanda said, thank you for the information. They were just commenting and, just saying different things about like what you talked about. Don't let your debt control you. Someone said their student loans are controlling them, which, just very, very good information. And also, Elise and Julie, people will watch the show. Most of the views come like the day after over the weekend, and they'll probably put their comments and questions in the comment section. So please go back and take a look. It's a lot of people on YouTube. So I know they're watching. This was good information because you're right. Some people, unfortunately, are being forced out of their jobs. I was talking to an old coworker of mine. I retired back in 2019, and I was talking to an old coworker of mine, maybe not even a couple weeks ago, and he said, "Yeah, at the end of the year, they're pushing me out." And it's like, oh my gosh. So if he's not financially prepared, it's like, ooh. So this is definitely good stuff, you guys. Oh, somebody said they'll email the pretty lady on the top right.
Thank you.
So that's good. That's good information. And I'm going to scroll the information again. You guys, please reach out to them because we've got to prepare for our kids, our kids, and
Yes.
at least your mom's example is amazing because you always see, unfortunately, you see these people having GoFundMe to build to bury their loved ones,
It is not a
and
solution.
we don't think about these things when we're alive and well, so
Mhm.
definitely you guys reach out to them. Thank you so much for coming on Let's Talk. I'm always for sharing information, especially topics that's dealing with wealth and money.
Yes,
So I
absolutely.
appreciate you all so much. Please come back to give us an update. Somebody else put a comment. They set a retirement goal of December 2032. So everything I do is in the yes, that's what you got to do. You got to plan. You definitely got to plan. You got to plan.
Yes.
So you all, please come back. The comments are still coming in. Great info. So please come back. That was awesome. Thank you so very, very much. I appreciate you all.
Thank you, Bree. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you so
you.
much.
Have a good
Talk
Bye.
evening.
soon. Okay. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
You guys, that was Elise Green and Julie Gomez. They're amazing. Reach out to them because we've got to do better with not only planning for in the event that we pass away, but just planning for retirement, just planning, period. We got to do a better job because right now, especially right now with gas prices and food price, all this craziness going on, we got to do better. So thank you, Elise and Julie, for coming on. So let's introduce my next guest. I'm so excited to have her on as well. She is doing big things. Yes, indeed. When I met her a year ago, she had just written her first book and she has let me just read her bio to y'all. Okay. Y'all know this is Dr. Danny. She is a chef, a deacon, an author, and now a music recording artist. You go, girl. She hails from Harlem, New York, where she was plagued with a series of deeply traumatic childhood experiences. She says, quote, but resilience and redemption very seldom, if at all, comes in a straight path. She wants everyone to come along on her healing journey that has been part of her destiny all the time. She just didn't know it. Danny is here to talk about her movie based on her book, Pretty Little Bastard. You guys, without further ado, help me welcome to the virtual stage, she's now Dr. Danny. Hey, Dr. Danny.
Hey, 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 good evening, everyone. Good evening, good evening,
How
good evening.
are you?
How you doing, sis? How you doing? It's good to see
Good.
you. Good
A,
to
li-
see you.
a little
Glad to
birdie
be
told me
here.
that you are in the ATL.
Yes, I am in the A. Yes, 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 yes. And I will be here until I'm short while. But tomorrow we have an event going on that I guess we'll get
Okay.
into in our little short period of time. But yeah, I'm glad to be here. Good to hook up with you again. And we connected 2 years ago.
Oh, it was 2 years ago. Time
Yeah,
be flying.
2024, 2024. Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, 2025. No, this time last year I had a stroke, so I'm like, no, it couldn't have been last
Oh,
year. But God is
yeah.
good. Everything is
Yes, he
good. You can't even
is.
tell. I mean,
No,
I
you can't. You can't.
um,
And our relationship has just blossomed, and I thank God every day for
absolutely,
a friendship and bond with
absolutely.
you.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So, good news. Tell us
Mhm.
about how you are now Dr. Danny. Come
Yes,
on now.
yes.
Yes. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Shout out to Dr. Marissa Bluedorn, who is the chancellor, founder, CEO of the Own It International University. Have always been, I've been out on the front line for human services for years, at least 20. And I'm just so grateful since I started my healing journey when I wrote Pretty Little Bastard Child, the book back in 2023. You never know whose life you'll touch. That's why I tell people all the time, if you want to write a book, if you have a story, if you went through a traumatic event, if you went through a happy event, if you went through something that tested your faith,
Mhm.
your words have power.
Yes.
Make sure that somebody knows it, because you never know whose life you'll touch. You never know who's watching your journey. And fortunately enough for me, several people nominated me, and other people were watching my journey. And you know like I said, I got my commencement ceremony was two Fridays ago. For no,
Oh,
what's today, the 20, no, 2 Fridays ago. Yeah, it
okay.
was and I got my honorary doctorate in humanitarian studies.
Oh,
And I'm just grateful that finally, God is blessing me with the fruits of my labor, and I'm just so grateful.
I
So
love it. I
mm,
love it. Congratulations. That is
thank you,
so
thank you,
awesome.
thank you, thank
That is
you.
so awesome. So tell us, what are you in the ATL for? I hear there's a movie, and come on, girl.
Well, yeah, I got a part in the movie. The name of the movie, it's a dramedy by Joseph C. Grant. Shout out to Joseph if he's online. I told him to check in and you know make sure that he popped into the show. He is a phenomenal producer director. He will be working on my project a little further down the line, but this is his project. I was asked to do a little small part, but it's a vital part, and it's very funny. And we premiered in Newark, New Jersey on yesterday, and we'll premiere here at the Rice Center. What is it? Russell International Center for Entrepreneurs, 504 Fair Street, Southwest. Yeah,
Okay.
so yeah, that's where it's going to be at. It's a whole day of learning and networking, and then the movie premiere on tomorrow. So they'll be in the building. I'll be in the building. And Fool's Dough is the name of the movie, and
Oh.
yeah, we'll be premiering, doing a Q&A, and you know, recognizing people from your area, from down here, who are moving and shaking in the film industry, as well as other areas where we're looking to not just succeed, not just thrive, but kick down the door and keep it pushed wide open for the next guys that are willing to come behind us and are ready. So that's what's going on tomorrow, and I'm grateful to be a part of that.
That's so awesome. I'm so excited for you. Congratulations
Mhm.
on that
Thank you,
as
thank you.
well. Now, will it eventually be on cable and streaming outlets so we can watch it eventually?
Yes, yes, it
Okay.
will be. And again, I will let you know. You know me, I'm a promoting
Yes.
fool. So whenever it's coming out, and everybody be able to stream it, or everybody be able to see it, I will let you know. I will let my people know. It'll be all over. If I got anything to do with it, and I do, yeah,
You are a great marketer. I tell you, girl, you
thank
be out
you,
there
thank you.
pushing and working. I know
I
that's
don't
right.
play. I don't play. Especially now, sis, because see, um, a lot of us are going to be left behind because we're still sitting around here
Mhm,
hating, and the green-eyed
mhm.
monster of jealousy and all the rest of
Yes.
that stuff. Listen, this ain't the time, y'all. This
I
ain't
know
the time.
that's right.
If we're not banding together and reaching our hand out, the only time you should look down on
Mhm.
somebody is to help pull them up. And if
That
that ain't
part.
what you're doing, then step off.
Mhm.
If you don't want to
Mhm.
see me thrive, if you don't want to see me smile, if you don't want to see me heal, then block and delete me, because
Mm.
that's all I'm doing. And anybody that I can pull with me, and you know that you're a testament of that, sis. If I
Yes.
can help you, if I can put $1 in your pocket, if I know something that you'd be good for, if I know somebody that's looking for somebody, I network for that reason, because there are no gatekeepers here.
I know that's right.
No. So
I know that's right. That's awesome. I love it. And tell us about, you talked about how you encourage people I think it's every morning or every other morning you go live on Instagram and you
mhm,
encourage because you're a
yes,
deacon. Please
yes.
tell us about that because I've
Mhm,
watched you and I'm like, ooh, I get
yeah.
motivated just in the morning.
Yeah, I have something that I titled the checkup from the neck up. And back in the day,
Okay.
it was a saying, you better check yourself before you wreck yourself,
Check
find
yourself.
yourself by yourself, right? So I give people a checkup from the neck up. Sometimes we just need somebody on the outside of us to give you encouraging word.
Hmm.
We don't always need to be checked about some bad behavior. We don't always need, because most of the time when a person is doing something that's off the wall, they know that it's off the wall. If I care about you, I'm going to speak on it one time and I'm going to let you be where you're at. But I'm only going to speak
Hmm.
on it because I care, you know.
Hmm.
But some days we need that extra push in the morning. Some days we need somebody to say, hey, look, maybe Boo got out of bed and was in the wrong side of the bed and didn't say I love you before they left out the door. Well, I
Hmm.
love you and God loves you and you are
Oh.
worthy of love. You know what I'm saying? If you got something going on, sometimes you just need to feel heard. You just need that push to say, wait, we can do it. We can do it. God didn't have to wake you
Hmm.
up this morning. So obviously there's still purpose over your life. So, no matter what it feel like, no matter what it look like, keep on keeping on. Get up out of bed. Come on, let's do it. Let's do it. With tears in your eyes, with pain in your body. Get up out of bed. Come on, you got that bill that you got to get paid. Get up out of bed. Come on. And when you get up out of bed, if God allows you to get up, because I remember when God didn't allow me to get up.
Oh.
I remember being in the hospital with a stroke and not having any movement of my left side at
Mm.
all. I couldn't talk. I had a slur in my
Mm.
and a droop in my face, and I couldn't get up. When I
Mm.
wrote my first book, I was flat on my back for 6 months. I had 12
Oh.
screws and 4 pins put in my spine. I
Oh.
couldn't get up, huh? But look at me
Jesus.
now. Look at
Mhm.
God.
Oh.
Only do it. And sometimes people need to know, okay, yeah, you're going through something, but okay,
Mhm.
everybody's fighting some type of battle that you don't see. So if you can't do nothing else for your brother, man, for your sister, man, be kind.
I know that's right. Be
Give them a smile,
kind.
huh?
Right. Ooh.
Offer an ear. You might not
Mhm.
be able to help them solve it, but sometimes a person just needs you to listen. And my motto is, I got 2 minutes for you. But if we can't solve it in 2 minutes, you're on your own. But
Mm.
I got that 2 minutes for you. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. Oh, I love it. Oh, look, I'm getting Holy Ghost just listening
Ah,
to you. You preaching, honey. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it, Dr. Danny.
thank
Oh
you.
my gosh. So in addition to being a chef, you talked about when you and your wife was on last time, you talked about being
Mhm.
a chef. Tell us about this music recording. Like, oh my gosh, you got
Yeah.
so many hats. You go, girl.
Well, they told me a long time ago that before you leave this planet, don't let everybody use you but God. See,
Oh.
God planted these gifts, and they say your gifts will make room for you, right? So God
Mhm.
planted these gifts in me, and He carried me through the things that I've been through, and not just carried me through them, but I've thrived. I've valiantly gone through some of the things that most people would have died from,
Mm.
um, or not been able to face themselves or the worst of the world afterwards. You know, what what I do believe is this. Back in the day, I was always a writer, right?
Mhm.
And I started singing back in the 90s. And shout out to Joe Davis, Joe Flame. He's the producer. He and I are back together again. Actually, I never changed producers. We decided, everybody's running from this AI stuff. We decided to embrace it and
Okay.
play with it. and figure out what to do with it. And we had a whole lot of material that we was still just sitting around on the shelf. So um there's a whole new, demographic. There's a whole new generation of people who'd never heard my songs, who never heard our production. So we
Mm.
decided to put it back out there and tweak a little bit here, tweak a little bit there. And so yeah, I have a whole EP that we put out a little while about a month or so ago, and
Okay.
it's mostly gospel house music, but it's that feel good
Love it.
stuff that make you want to dance. It's that stuff that make you want to think about your own life, and why am I sitting in this rut? Let me get up. Let me wash. Let me clean up. Let me wash up. Let me clean
Yes.
my house. Let me dance around. Let me. Oh wow, you are the miracle. And this is
Yes.
one of the songs are of a miracle, and it's like.
Uh-oh. Danny, you went mute. We can't hear you. Uh-oh. We can't
Hear
hear
me?
you, Danny. Yeah, we hear you now. Yes, yes, yes. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you are the miracle. So don't leave before the miracle happens. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? And so yeah, we decided to put back out some music, and it's doing pretty well. I mean, I don't know anybody, if anybody's out there that's listening to the show that's from the north, that's from the New York, New Jersey area. One of our songs is in heavy rotation on the house music every Friday up in New York on WBLS. So
Oh, okay.
God is good. And, just grateful, if we make a million, thank God. But if not, we just touch somebody's life and say, hey, look, you make my day,
Mhm.
you need love unconditional. There's stuff that, that we're singing about, that I'm writing about, that basically just give you a little touch on your own life to say, oh, wow, let me think of something that, oh, wow, okay, I get it. So that's
I
what the
love
music
it.
is.
I
God
love
said,
it.
do it, I do it. That's it.
You go, girl. So
Thank
what's
you.
next for you? I mean, you doing everything. What's what's next for you? And by the way, I
Um,
gotta try to make it out tomorrow to come see you. I know every time you hear, I'm like, okay, I gotta go see Danny. I gotta go see something comes up.
Well,
Oh
I
my
mean, I
gosh.
know, I understand, and life be life, and I get it. I get it because I'm
Mhm.
I'm guilty of it sometimes myself. But what's next? What's next for Danny? Well, right now I have a documentary that's on Women to Women TV. It's
Okay.
about Harlem. That's where I was born and raised. It's called Harlem: The Making of the Monster. Later on in July, we're going to do part two of Harlem: Making of the Monster, and it's going to be real deep. We talk about how the drugs
Mm.
flowed into the affluent part of Harlem by design, and then
Mm.
once they took everything from us, then they gentrified it. Now we can't afford to live in certain places. We can't afford to
Wow.
buy a brownstone. So all of that stuff. That's the next thing. Working towards looking for some investors. If there's any investors out there, I need some investors looking to put the movie Pretty Little Bastard Child out on a movie.
Okay.
Um, I'm going to be looking for some authors real soon, like within the next couple of weeks. I'm doing a couple of books, a couple of anthologies. One is on the correlation between women and their dogs, and
Okay.
the other one is stroke survivors. We're going to write a book
Oh.
about having a stroke and the
Mm.
mental, emotional, and physical strain that puts on your life, but the change that spiritually it makes you think about. So yeah.
Yes, definitely. Oh, wow, that's awesome. Somebody wants to know, when will you be in Southern California? Are you going out that way anytime soon?
Well, look, have an event for me and make something for me to come out there too, and I'll be there. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Y'all heard her say it.
Hey,
Put it
listen.
together.
Put it together, and I'll be there. Make it worth my while. I will be there. Anywhere I could take my message of healing and recovery, and forgiveness. Let me not forget about that, because a lot
Mm,
of people, they sit around and go, "There, I'm on a healing journey, but I'll never forgive so and so." Well, you're not really
mm,
on a true healing journey. I'm sorry to
yeah,
tell you.
right.
You can heal, but until you forgive, and that doesn't
Mhm.
let the person off the hook. That lets you off the hook. Take
Right.
them off that hook so you can live, so you could be free, so
Mhm.
you can stop being bound in your spirit. I'm not forgiving you for you.
Right.
I'm
and we
forgetting
and we
you
not
for me.
right, and we're not gonna make it to heaven if we hold those
Hey,
grudges either.
come on now. Come on now. I just want God to say, well done, sister. That's all I want
Yes.
God to say. My child, you did
Woo.
it.
Yes,
Mhm.
indeed. That is so true. Oh my
Mhm.
goodness. Elise says you got her yelling at the screen.
Hey, hey, come on now. Go on, shout now. Do a little dance too. Don't just yell. Shout and dance.
No,
Right?
that's right.
Hey.
Well, I am so glad you're in the ATL. I'm going to try everything I can to make it out to see you. I know our weather is pretty yucky down here with all the
Yeah, yeah, and
storm.
I came right into it, and it had been up
Oh,
up north. We had bad weather for 4 days straight,
oh,
and then we had one good day, and then I hopped on the flight, and here I am in the muck and the mire again. But you know
yeah.
what? Hey, it's an
God is
inside
good.
event. It's an inside event. You just got to
Yes,
get in your car to get there. That's all.
that's true. And an umbrella, and you good, right?
That's right.
I
That's
know
right.
that's right. Oh
No,
my
it's
gosh.
if it's meant for you to be there, sis, I know you'll be there. And if not,
Yeah.
catch you on the go around. I'll
I
catch
know
you on
that's
the go.
right. Look, I just want to rub elbows with you. 'Cause you doing so much.
Yeah.
Woo, if I could just get the strength that you have to do, oh my
Mhm.
gosh.
Mhm.
Woo, but I love
Yeah.
you, sis. You keep
I
pressing
love
on. Give
you
the wife
too.
and tell the wife I said
I
hello.
will. I
And
will when I
I'm
get home. This is a lot of the traveling we don't do together, but
oh, she didn't come down with you?
no, but
Oh,
I'm gonna be
okay.
posting. Well, last night before, no, last night. What's today? Friday. Yeah, Thursday. At the premiere, we were up in Jersey together. So,
Okay.
I'm getting ready to
Oh,
post a whole great deal of pictures over this whole weekend because this is the premiere weekend. So,
yeah.
I've been moving and grooving. So,
Awesome.
it'll all settle down when I get back home on Sunday and finishing up a documentary. I mean, not the documentary, an anthology, finishing that up between Sunday and Monday, and then starting on the next one a week after that. So,
Woo! I know that's right. Stay busy. I love
yeah,
it. I love
kept
it.
them busy.
Well,
Kept them
Dr. Danny,
busy.
you keep pushing on. I
Thank
am
you.
here to support you in every way
Thank you.
possible, and I
And
thank
vice
you for
versa,
your
my
support.
sister, and vice versa. And
Yeah,
I appreciate you, and thank you so much for doing what you do to continue to bring a word. Because you are bringing a word and you are doing God's work, and don't let nobody tell you something different.
mhm, absolutely. You view this as my form of ministry, giving
That's
back,
it. That's
so
it. That's it.
definitely,
For
definitely.
sure. For
Well, you
sure.
stay safe out there, and Imma be hitting you
Mhm.
up to try to come out tomorrow. I'm so proud of
Mhm.
you. You keep pushing, sister, okay?
Thank you, thank you. And listen, anybody out there that's going through something or has been sitting on something, just remember your trauma is not your fault. It's
Mm,
your healing. That's your responsibility, boo. So come on,
mhm.
let's go here together. It's time.
I know that's right. Well, thank you, Dr. Danny. I'll be
Thank
in
you.
touch.
All right. Be blessed, everyone. Have a great night.
You
All
too.
right. Bye bye.
Bye-bye. That was Dr. Danny. Oh my gosh, she is amazing. She's so inspiring. So you guys make sure you follow her on Instagram and Facebook. Her morning spiritual that she gives you will just get you up and going no matter how you feel when you wake up in the morning. So she's amazing. And check out her movie, check out her music, check out all the things that she's doing. That's awesome. So proud of her. So as we close out this show, you guys know, let me just first and foremost thank Elise Green and Julie Gomez for coming on to share that knowledge nugget about investment and how to prepare financial literacy. You guys take advantage of that as well. Jump on that. Make sure you prepare because you don't know what tomorrow may bring. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I just mean we just got to do a better job of preparing, right? And then also support Dr. Danny. She's doing amazing things to put the word out there for healing, for getting back, things in order in your life if you've gone off the tracks and so forth. So thank all my guests for coming on tonight. Thank you so much. So as we close out the show, I'm going to give you guys a positive note. I wrote it myself this time, as I have been doing the last couple of shows. These days, and it quotes, this is me writing, right? It says, these days, even basic necessities feel expensive, and the economy isn't offering much reassurance. It's a wake up call to prepare, not panic. I'm cutting back where it doesn't hurt, planning ahead, and saving for the rainy days that always come eventually. Being ready is the new peace of mind. Lastly, never judge a book by its cover. Everyone carries a story you can't see at first glance. Help others when you're able, but make sure your own household is steady first. You can't pour from an empty cup. So, as I tell you guys, every time we meet, do the right thing, even when no one is looking. It's called integrity. Do one good thing for one person each day, and you can affect 365 lives, whether it's smiling at them, open the door for them, giving them a compliment, giving them a ride. If no one told you that they love you, know that I love you. Next month, we got some great stuff ahead. We've got some, a surprise co-host coming on. I'm so excited to have her coming on. So you guys got to make sure you tune in, watch my Facebook page and YouTube pages, which will tell you when we're going to go live again. And I appreciate your love and support. You guys stay safe out there. And with those words, I'm out.